young children. And also the shift in business towards having people in their best spaces and realizing where they can add the most value.
This is Adora in the morning, all the way from 9 to 12 o'clock. And today we're doing things a little different on MYD Smart, as I am joined by Miss Christine Hugo to talk to us about something amazing and an amazing initiative that she's taken on with the organization whocanhelpmykid.com. Now, the recently concluded Future Careers presentation hosted by the dynamic collaboration between whocanhelpmykid.com and Think Human Being with the support of Learn One presented a world of possibilities and innovation in a realm of future careers. Now, whocanhelpmykid.com co-founder Christine Hugo is here with me in studio to talk all about the event. Good morning, Christine.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming through and talking to us about this great initiative. Now, first things first, the presentation provided valuable insights into the careers and skills of the future. What inspired this conversation and the topic overall?
Well, it actually started years ago when I was running my business, and whenever we used to advertise for any position, it saddened me that I would get hundreds of applications, a lot of them from people who had been to university or to NUST, and they had qualifications, and there simply was not enough work. We could not accommodate them. The market couldn't accommodate them. And then also through the work that we did, a lot of conversations with people, you know, it was so evident that a lot of people put their hope in this one qualification. If you go to varsity or to NUST and you finish your marketing degree or your HR degree or your accounting degree, then you will come out of there and you will be given a job immediately and everything will be all right. And it wasn't the way that it played out. And we are sitting in this country with an unemployment rate that is absolutely blinding. A lot of people with qualifications, even more without qualifications. And this is something that I realized we need to address, we need to look at. I've also got young children. And also the shift in business towards having people in their best spaces and realizing where they can add the most value. So that's what actually inspired me to start with the research for it, to brief, to work with Debbie from Think Human Being, and to come up with a presentation on the trends globally, but then also to look at what's happening locally.
Yeah, and it's about time we get into the groundwork of actually getting the numbers of unemployment down completely. Yes. Now, one of the key insights from the presentation was the relationship between artificial intelligence and automation in transforming industries. Now, can you elaborate a little bit on the links between AI and human potential as discussed during the event, and share a tip or two on how young people can harness AI for professional growth?
Yes, I think the whole AI explosion since ChatGPT launched last year in November, and the fact that ChatGPT, I mean, within 3 days, they had over 1 million subscribers, which took Netflix 2 years. And it's just that the writing is on the wall, and AI is no longer something in the future. It is actually here, and it is already being applied on so many levels and in so many industries, and I don't think people even realize. So that is one of the things that we really wanted to look at, because there is this fear that and this rumor that our jobs will be replaced by robots and we will have even more unemployment. And that's not really the case. What will happen is you will need to understand, it was like Debbie also quoted someone saying, AI won't take your job, but somebody who knows how to work with AI will. And that's basically what it will become about. Your human skills, however, will always be in demand. And that, if you look at the whole presentation, you know, Debbie went through all of it, and there are about 4 tiers of where the growth, industry growth will be, of only which only one was technical. And involved artificial intelligence. The others were human sciences, and it's still your care industry, because more and more with an aging population and with mental health that is taking a big strain because of social media, living online, working online, missing out on human connection. So what will happen is, I'm excited about it, where before your nurses and the healthcare industry, and this is globally, not just in Namibia, we struggle because the need is high and the real expertise, and I'd actually say more the passion. You have a lot of people who can stick a needle in someone's arm, but somebody who can have the human connection. And it's simply that they're just overstretched. Now in the future, if AI and robots can take over the mundane tasks, if you have automated measurement of the checklist things, the blood pressure, the blood sugar, all those things that happen in hospitals, it will free up your nurses and your doctors to get back to the human being. They will be less frustrated. There will be fewer problems because you will not have human error because someone hasn't slept for 27 hours and now have to do an operation. So for all industries, it will be a collaboration. And it really doesn't matter if you're going to be a chef or if you're going to be a carer. One of the actual career jobs that came up through this presentation was a walker-talker. And that would be someone who really is a companion to old people, who can go and stroll with them. And the care industry is also in that regard maybe more elaborate or developed already in first world countries. And I think we're lucky that we've always had this 3 generations looking after each other. But this is also going to change.
Absolutely. And I think it's about embracing the change. Because the AI is not leaving.
No, it's not.
And we're going to have to learn to coexist, if that makes sense. Now, parents and educators play a very crucial role in guiding students towards their future careers. And how does the event like Future Careers, for example, assist them in supporting and guiding students to make informed decisions about their future?
I think what we did and what I hope to do with the event was more than anything just to help people open their minds and realize that all the parameters have shifted. The way that our children will live and work is so different from the way that we did, and things are changing so fast that you cannot anticipate. And what Debbie also speaks about is the concept of ikigai, which is a Japanese concept, beautiful concept of where what the world needs, what I'm good at, what I enjoy doing, and what the world is willing to pay for. Where those 4 come together, that is where you are supposed to apply yourself. And the job of parents and of teachers, I think first and foremost, is to help people become curious and ask questions, and also to identify those things. You are really good with this. Did you realize that something that comes so naturally for you is difficult for someone else? To point that out, and creative thinking, curiosity, being able to learn. It doesn't really matter what you learn. You need to be able to learn so quickly, because in the future you will have 5 different jobs, most probably. And even for us nowadays, I mean, you need to learn new programs, you need to learn new software all the time. Upskill, upskill, upskill. So learning how to learn, becoming agile and adaptable, that is going to be the most necessary skills. And that is the role that teachers and parents can play more than anything else. Take the pressure off, because the academic pressure, the academic system and the education system is going to have to change very quickly in any case.
Absolutely.
It is outdated. It was developed after the Industrial Revolution. It does not serve where we are in the world now. And that is why our children, and especially in Namibia, and it's a huge concern that they are not coping. The teachers aren't coping. The curriculum is extremely challenging, and it is not for lack of trying, and it is not for lack of intelligence. And we're going to have to get back to the balance, and the only way we can do that is find out and figure out who you are, what your ikigai is, and see where in the world you can show up. And that was the other half of the presentation, is speaking to Namibians to say, well, there are a lot of industries, the emerging green hydrogen, so many industries in Namibia where we again lack skills and experts, and they have to import them. So we need this shift to say, how can we use the information and also being able to get access online.
And be adaptable.
And equip ourselves to fill the gaps.
Absolutely. We're running out of time, but just finally, I'd like to know what we can look forward to in terms of upcoming events when it comes to whocanhelpmykid.com as well as Think Human Being.
Yes, Who Can Help My Kid is a website, and the intention of the website is to be a connector between people who need help with or for their children on any level, be it mental health, physical health, sports, parties, doesn't matter what, and the people who provide the service. So what events that we have planned in the future is to highlight things like there are a lot of learning problems, dyslexia, ADHD, things that people have no idea where to go and find help. And there's actually a lot of help. It's also just a matter of perspective, because those kids just have a different way of thinking. There's usually nothing so immeasurably wrong. And then nutrition for teenagers, who can help them with their pressure, social media pressure. And so we will have talks, we will have events. People can keep posted by joining us on Facebook and on Instagram and checking into the website. And we really need everybody to get listed on the website. It's an organic website. We need everybody who provides any kind of service for people with children or to children themselves to please go onto the website, and you can register there for free, upload your information so that we really can get the village together that it takes to raise a child.
Thank you so much for taking out the time to speak to us today. And I think this is an opportunity for the people who don't know where to go and what to do with their lives to actually just have that glimmer of hope. And I think Think Human Being and Who Can Help My Child can definitely give that to those. And that was Christine Hugo speaking to us about Who Can Help My Child, or whocanhelpmykid.com rather, and Think Human Being. Let's go into 5 things you need to know this hour.
MYD Smart
on 99 FM.